We're here. Welcome
Indeed.
back, everybody, to the weekly Educators in VR XR news show, bringing you news from across the metaverse since 2018.
Yes, indeed. We are back from our month-long break. The Educators in VR team has been booking events through to July 2026, so they've been very busy, and we're glad to start this new year with you.
We sure are. Our last show was the XR News and Summer Party here in Engage XR, and wow, did we have some fun. Lance put together an amazing round of adventures, including an incredible maze. Many of us got lost, so we're looking forward to doing that again.
I'm one of them.
Me too.
Me too.
Yeah. Today's show is our welcome back show, and we're going to be talking to you. Get ready. In addition to updating you on all of the upcoming events with Educators in VR and the XR News team and stuff, we're going to be talking to you about your life in the metaverse over this last, it's been 5-6 weeks since our last show. Get ready.
XR News is hosted every week here in Engage XR. Join us for our 2 new segments in between our regular XR News shows. The first Wednesdays are XR News Med Health Edition with Rachel D. And the third Wednesdays are the XR News Innovation Spotlight with hosts Maxwell McGee, Chris Madsen, and Tom Furness.
XR News is produced by Educators in VR and it's run by volunteers. And we are so grateful to our partners and our supporters who keep us going, including the Reinhardt Foundation, Girls STEAM Institute, iLearn, Virtual World Society, Vertex Form 3D, Cadets Metaverse, Engage XR, and Bridgemakers. If you or your company would like to sponsor the XR News, please contact us at educatorsinvr.com or just nag us wherever we happen to be in the metaverse.
Follow us across social media and on our Educators in VR YouTube channel. The links to all the news stories we cover are also on our Educators in VR Discord. We have over a month of news to share with you today, so hold on to your virtual seats. Let's start the news.
In XR industry news, take a breath. At MetaConnect, new product launches and a strong focus on AI-driven smart glasses suggest enterprise and educational XR adoption is accelerating. Meta's new London VR retail store is positioned to fill Microsoft's gap in the market, with Apple also preparing its Vision Air headset for getting business class users in the coming years.
After business,
kind of doubt
then
it, though,
consumers. Yeah, well, nah, it's I don't know, Apple. Yeah. Anyway, it's kind of question. I don't mean that as a condemnation. I just mean it's a little questionable. All right,
Agree.
So Meta.
Sure.
Now here's some stuff that just confuses the out of me. Well, Meta confirmed that there are more VR headsets in the works to support Horizon OS and all the rest of the apps and things like that, and all the money they're making from Beat Saber. They didn't highlight virtual reality during their MetaConnect event. But, which you remember used to be called Connect 8, now it's MetaConnect. Anyway, there are some new mixed reality headsets that are coming from Asus and Lenovo, and still the possibility, yes, no, of the Samsung VR headset, but we're paying attention to this news so we can report to you on what's going on in the metaverse and with all of this stuff. So just hold on to your horses. We'll let you know.
Yes, we will, as soon as we find out. And, most exciting in the Connect and related announcements is that Discord is coming to Quest headsets next year.
Yay.
Discord will become a native app, not a web app container, and will join Zoom, WhatsApp, and Messenger, allowing us all to connect more easily. Should have been done 5 years ago, but hey.
No
hey,
kidding.
Amen. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
At a time when funding for anything educational and tech is at a low point in the U.S., we were excited to hear that Virtualware has secured a €5 million deal to provide broad rollout of its VRU, or VIROO, a virtual vocational training platform across multiple educational sites in Spain. This expansion allows trainees and students to interact in large-scale, real-time, open-world, virtual 3D environments in simulations directly applicable to hands-on learning and professional education. Whew.
Love that.
Yes. During August, Engage XR released version 4.1, and Educators in VR was there to showcase the new features. Engage XR 4.1 brings even more power to generative AI in XR with the AI NPC. It now uses threading, so their NPCs have memory. You can ask multiple questions. They also offer improved generation of 3D models, images, browser searches, and 360 skyboxes.
Now, during our event, yeah, it was absolutely amazing. We played around with models and all kinds of effects. You can see them up on the screen. And these were models that were generated right on the spot. It was incredible. And Chris Mattson of Engage XR asked the AI then to look at this entire scene of nonsense that we had all over the place. And it instructed it to tell a story about it. We were in tears. It was beautiful. Oh, wow. It was so emotional and an amazing experience. We reproduced a little of it yesterday in our creative writing meetup, just as an experiment, and it had we like left another planet. It was amazing. So Educators in VR is going to be using the AI NPCs more in our future events, so just stay tuned. They're wondrous.
They are. They're really cool. You've likely already seen the new update to Quest for version 81. The new immersive home overhaul removed what was described as the poor first impression quality of their headsets homes. Now you land in the loft, an immersive environment. Oh, I haven't even seen that yet. I'm still in my old Space Dome place. It's an immersive environment where you can move around freely with 5 background screen options and the ability to adjust some of the scenery settings. I have to check that out. You may also pin 2D windows in the space and customize it a bit. Do you like it?
Sounds like we will. Yeah.
Let's see.
It sounds more like the original Oculus Home, doesn't it?
It does. Yes, it really does. Yeah.
Meta continues to improve the Horizon OS with the new Navigator system. The new menu is optional at the moment. Its AI recognizes voice commands such as, "It is too loud," and then will turn the volume down for you, along with the ability to search and open specific websites.
It's going to be another Hey Google moment, I can tell. Oops, I just set off all your phones. Sorry. I just set up my own phone. What am I talking about?
You're kidding.
No, I set up my own phone. I'm an idiot with this. All right, now, Horizon AIs will soon be able to generate islands. I mean, not just places, islands. There's something special about the islands. And the AI NPCs soon will be able to work from the new Horizon engine in Horizon Studio and give you more fun things. They've also updated Horizon Worlds for faster loading and added the ability to support over 100 concurrent users per instance, which means that Educators in VR can now move in there because that was a huge limitation for us. So get ready for that. And then, unfortunately, while the Meta AI is available on Ray-Ban glasses globally, Horizon's in-world AI is still only available to customers in the US and Canada. We're not responsible for that, narrow-minded, but there's all kinds of legal and privacy and EU laws and stuff that are getting in the way. But anyway, if you're in North America, check it out. Let us know.
VR Chat's recent updates have brought us a new public event calendar that allows groups to post their event information, but only up to 10 events at a time. The platform also added instance naming for VRC Plus subscribers and made improvements to the VR Chat marketplace for products and avatar sorting and filtering. They've also turned on their selfie expression for all desktop users as well as subscribers. Selfie expression tracks the user's facial expressions, head, eye movement, and body movements through your desktop's webcam, which is pretty cool.
Now, if they only just come out with a Mac desktop app.
Well,
I have yet to try it because of that.
for that, Steph.
I thought you could do that through Steam. Steph, I thought the Mac version would work through Steam, doesn't it?
No,
I don't think so.
Okay.
But meanwhile, a study published in the latest Frontiers of Virtual Reality made a positive claim on the impact of VR on older people, improving accident prevention. Of course, accidents are accidental. What am I saying? A research app called a research app called WegFest simulates road scenarios to test the ability of senior citizens to navigate diverse road crossing situations in VR. While there were only 29 seniors recruited for the study, the outcome was very positive. Over and over again, research showed that VR flexes your brain and your body and leads to a healthier version of both. I can vouch for that, actually.
Imagine what a few hours a week playing Beat Saber and walkabout golf would do for their stability.
And their heart. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Love me some Beat Saber. I love killing squares.
Me too.
Yeah. All right. Now we're going to be talking about some virtual hardware news, which we love. You know, we love our hardware stuff. The Steam VR stats recently showed a huge surge in the usage of the Quest 3 and the 3S in August. Kind of stunned some people. Now, Upload VR wanted to know why, as this is the largest jump they have seen in ages, and they found that there's probably a lot of reasons, but Meta and Microsoft launched the Quest 3S Xbox limited edition at the end of June, and dig this, it sold out in 3 days on the Meta store. 3 days.
Wow,
they sold
right.
out. And they say VR was dead. Okay. In July, the regular Quest 3S went on sale for $50 off on Amazon Prime, Walmart, etc., in the Meta store. And then, but they aren't really sure why, but they think that this is likely to play into the change in stats. And for us, this is a good sign. There is still passion. There's still enthusiasm. We are still rocking here. And it's a beautiful thing.
Samsung still says it is set to unveil its new XR headset, Project Muhan, on October 21st, targeting a rapid global launch. Leaks also hinted an iPhone-style spatial photo and video capture for upcoming Galaxy XR headsets, expanding AR/VR personal and educational content creation.
Oh, yeah.
Competition is heating up in Asia with VR headsets and AR glasses. And smartphone manufacturer Viso is claiming the win as their Vivo Vision Discovery Edition mixed reality headset has been released ahead of Samsung's Muhan. The headset is lighter than the Apple Vision Pro and comes with eye tracking and gesture support. Unfortunately, it is currently only available right now in the Asian market.
Anybody put me in their suitcase, take me over to China or wherever. All right. Now, XR Real has opened pre-orders for its very hot new One Pro AR glasses featuring advanced spatial computing chips, cinematic display, modular AI cameras. And while Ray Neo revealed 3 fresh AR models, all with a distinctive focus on content creation and interactive learning, the X3 Pro can translate text, identify landmarks, and provide context on buildings or books in real time. There's some really cool stuff that they're doing with this. And at CES 2025 last year, well, it's this year, but earlier this year, Ray Neo also unveiled a neural wristband that translates subtle finger and wrist movements into digital commands and a hands-free control method for their glasses, which Meta is claiming that they did at Connect. They have the same thing that's coming out too, but other people beat them. So very cool.
Snapchat, meanwhile, has released Spectacles OS 2.0, a new XR operating system for its 5th and 6th generation AR glasses, ramping up competition for immersive, real-time educational and creative tools in social XR wearables, emphasizing real-time AI-powered experiences.
A new flexible skin-mounted haptic interface is working its way toward consumers, and it's predicted to seamlessly bridge VR and real-world experiences as a wearable. Softbotics, it's called Softbotics. Softbotics was inspired by researchers at Carnegie Mellon University as part of their natural feeling wearable technology products. The interface is about the size of a thimble, wireless, and sticks to the skin. It currently allows for 11 distinct multi-directional moments to control devices and allow for tactile feedback. It's also being developed for the visually impaired, which is even more exciting.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it's multi-directional movements. Sorry, there was a little techno spelling error there, but
Sorry.
11 movement. No, that's okay. But it's 11 movements. But I love that it's being also developed for accessibility features. That is genius.
Yeah.
That is genius.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm going to try to contain myself for the next news bit because I'm way too excited about this. Yeah. So the Oasis driver that we announced months ago that is out, and it brings back to life Windows mixed reality VR headsets. And yesterday, Bruce is right here. Bruce here, part of our Educators VR community, and one of our fanboys. He came into one of our Engage XR events on a Lenovo VR headset. See, I captured it. I captured the moment right there in the background tools. Bruce, it says right there, Lenovo. Yes, because I wanted proof. I'm so excited. He said he picked up this, and we'll probably talk about this at the end of the show, but in our talk section. But he picked up a used Windows Mixed Reality Lenovo for under £50 in the UK.
Wow.
Think about what this opens up. So if you want to try this with a PCVR Windows Mixed Reality headset, he said that you need to have Bluetooth to connect to the controllers and stuff. He'll tell us more about that later, probably. But the Steam VR driver works absolutely great. And if you are looking for a WMR headset, check out Swappa, as it's supposed to be safer than eBay, but you can try check on eBay and Facebook all the other places. Anything. Okay. But so I want to know, how many of you still have your, like an Odyssey or one of the Lenovo or something Windows Mixed Reality headset? Is there anybody who still has them?
I think Darren might have his. I can't remember if he still has it or not.
Okay. Well, I do, and it's hanging right on a hook right behind my desk right now because I didn't have the heart to part with it. It's so pretty, and it's a great educational demo. But for several years, it's been a brick. So I get to show it, but I couldn't use it. Now I can use it again. Guess what I'm going to be doing this weekend? Yay!
Okay, on to some world building
news. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unity
sorry,
6.2. That's okay. Unity 6.2 is now available. It includes a new suite of AI tools for generative AI game coding and art assets like sprites, textures, and animations, and a new mesh LOD system, updates to shader graph, rendering pipelines, and so much more. Speaking of Unity, the Unity Educator Certification just finished. We know that several of our community took the free Unity Learn course. We'd love to hear from you about your experience. Offer the news or after the news.
Yay! Now, check. Hopefully this is going to work. Is it going to work? There it goes. Okay. World Builders. Yeah, World Builders. Have you played around with World Labs yet? WorldLabs.ai allows you to create 3D worlds that you can access in 2D via WebXR or via WebXR compatible VR headsets. Now, we talked about this last week at our Educators in VR Unity work group. Thank you, Lance, for bringing it to our attention. It is amazing to have their AI generated 3D worlds you can actually walk into and around. And I know this video is motion sickness inducing, but you can actually move in and move through. Now, you can't export, you can't download these yet, but as a tool for inspiration, I got to tell you, we were really excited about what this was creating. And so check this out at worldlabs.ai, and hopefully they're going to be, they're going to move into allowing to, probably for a fee, but to export a download or something. So, but check it out. It's very, very cool.
Is that the one by Google?
Nope, it's another one, I believe.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It's something else.
Google has one too. Okay.
Similar, but not quite as persistent in its memory.
And not as beautiful. This World Labs, oh my gosh, it feels so photorealistic and immersive. It's just really amazing.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, more and more Quest developers are using mixed reality. And the new continuous scene meshing by laser tag developer Julian Rivera, available for the Quest 3 and 3S. Hauntify is one of the latest games that uses it. You can now use your entire house, office, or field of play with real-time scene updating while looking for ghosts or the enemy from behind the couch or under the table as you walk around. Exciting technology we hope to see in more VR builds.
No kidding. Steph?
The Educators in VR Unity Workgroup is meeting at Engage XR Thursday, October 16th, with Endesil, showcasing how to use Unity's nav mesh to make NPCs walk randomly, follow the player. Oh, that could be problematic. Avoid obstacles and avoid, if you know what I mean, and
Yes,
avoid uncomfortable paths with area costs.
Yeah. Who's behind me? Wait a minute. Who are you?
Yeah,
Go away.
well,
It's little NPC
Are you
stalking.
real?
That's what it is. It's NPC stalking. I love it. Oh, that's going to be fun.
Meanwhile, in XR app
It is.
news, we've talked about Job Simulator and the other simulator VR apps. Well, Stellar Cafe is a new simulator by the same team that puts you in a cafe with bots that expect you to talk to them. The bots interview you and ask you crazy questions, and well, it's been reviewed as kind of crazy. It's a conversation game. It's launching later this year.
It's bonkers. Look at the demos. It's bonkers. But, you know, it's imagination unleashed in VR. Now, speaking of imagination, my husband's actually really excited about this. I think it may help him get back into VR again. Birdseed VR. My husband's bird bonkers. A long-time bird watcher. It's an unusual VR, really unusual VR app that helps you become an amateur bird watcher. This photography sim uses real-life bird behavior and sounds to teach you about how to spot and identify birds and track your bird watching progress. It's a PCVR demo is now live, and it should be coming to Quest soon. So you get to play with the bird. You get to go bird bonkers.
Neat.
Wow, that's pretty
Speaking
cool.
of which,
Lorel.
Steph, yeah.
Well, another interesting app coming soon to Quest is called Out of Nowhere. It explores the threat of climate change in a short immersive experience. The app tells the story of Anna, a resident in the Austrian Alps, surviving the severe flooding across Europe in July of 2021, which was believed to be a direct tie-in with global warming. Viewers at its premiere at the Venice Immersive 2025 were stunned by the interactive and powerful storytelling, so we're eager to see it ourselves.
Another premiere at the Venice Immersive Festival was the award-winning Blur, a theater-style app that focuses on cloning, identity, genesis, and extinction. It spins your head around with a strange and provocative experience where you meet a VR version of yourself in old age, and it warns you about your post-dystopian future.
Whoa.
If we aren't sure when it will be available, but many of us can't wait, or maybe we should.
The reviewer, a couple of the reviewers that I read, they said that it actually like captures an image of yourself and ages it, so you are looking at yourself.
Wow.
As an older person, and I don't know if it's going to reverse to, but it's usually it's older, and that's creepy. But you know, it's also really cool that technology is available. So I don't know. I'm kind of both ways with this.
That's weird. I'm already an older person. I don't know if I'm confused.
I had that thought. Yeah. Now, if it reverses, that would be interesting.
Oh my God! Oh, I love it. I love it. That's true. That's true. Okay, now slight change of topic. Imagine this: you're an American lawyer sent to a remote village in the French Alps following the death of an old automation company's owner. Now you are tasked with overseeing the company's sale. But along the way, you have to solve puzzles as you search. This connection is bizarre. You have to search for a genius inventor who is trying to find the last living woolly mammoths. What a leap from dealing with an estate to chasing down woolly mammoths and
Really?
whatnot. So very much a twist. So this is called Siberia. It's going to be released. This is kind of like some of the movies today. It's going to be released for flat screen platforms November 6th, and on the Quest 3 and 3S November 13th. This could be foretelling how movies and other games and things like that are going to be coming in the future. So I love that, because often they're like in the theater and then they go into streaming, or they're in the streaming and they go into theaters. There's so we'll see. It's changing.
Interesting. It is. Well, we don't have much information yet, but Niantic has teamed up with Hideo Kojima Game Studio for a new AR multiplayer game, which some are saying is like the next generation of Ingress Prime. That's Laurel and her husband's favorite game, and Lance now. We'll let you know when we know more.
Yes.
Laurel and Lance, among others in our community, live in the Pacific Northwest, a beautiful green, water-filled area that brings many locals great peace and joy to explore. They were delighted to learn that researchers in the UK, testing how natural landscapes might mitigate pain, had used imagery of some of Oregon's own natural places. The study found that VR experiences were twice as effective as the same scene in 2D. Lovely to see this kind of research continue.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay, fans of Walkabout Mini Golf, send up emojis. Walkabout Mini Golf. Love that. They've released some really fun stuff over the last month, including first up the Tokyo setting, very beautiful. Then bringing us Alice's Adventures in Wonderland is coming up, along with some new courses they're doing. But Upload VR shared some Walkabout golf stats that won't surprise you. Maybe they will, but it was beautiful to see. Mighty Coconut, the company behind it, announced that there have been more than 2 billion putts over 23 million hours of play.
Wow.
That's mind-numbing. That is amazing numbers. And they're new, and I love this. There have been more than 84 million lost golf balls found.
Well, that's a pastime unto itself.
Yeah, I know it. We used to make extra money going to the golf course and finding all the golf balls and returning them. That was a little bit of spare change when I was in school. And the new. Do we get paid in Walkabout Golf for finding the golf balls? No, but in their new,
you get to keep them as a souvenir.
You get to, yes. In the new Grip to Puppets feature, that just deployed in April. They've had over 1 million puppets deployed. That is so amazing.
Wow.
I just love that.
Wow.
So, yeah,
well,
beautiful.
It gives me great pleasure to announce that Atessa, many of you know Atessa, the founder of Atessa's nightclub and VR chat. She's been busy this summer creating games and has developed Atessa in New York City about managing your health and money through various jobs and risks in New York City, and Atessa's game, an adventure into the world of Mouthscape, where you must, and I just love this description, you must meticulously cleanse the majestic ivory peaks to protect them from encroaching Tartar tides. For those who don't know, Atessa builds what she knows. She's a professional dentist in New York City. Congratulations, Atessa. We're really proud of you. Yay, Atessa! Yay!
And if you know anyone, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Okay, if you know of anyone who's creating their own XR games, let us know. We love celebrating the creativity of our community.
Oh, so proud of you. Beautiful.
Indeed.
All right,
Meanwhile,
let's wind it up.
In
Here we
VR
go.
events, Girls STEAM Institute and Educators in VR are hosting their popular Global Business Challenge competition in Engage XR on October 4th through the 5th. This year's the Global Startup Style Hackathon invites young women ages 13 to 26 to develop innovative solutions for mental health in the mobile and immersive tech industries, with teams already forming from around the world. This Saturday and Sunday events with top tech industry keynotes exploring careers, education, and how to support young women in the STEM and STEAM industries are free and open to the public. We are also putting out a last request for volunteers and members, so let us know if you would like to help out.
Yeah, right away. Please contact us.
Yeah,
Yay!
yeah.
Learn to Discern is a new program by Educators in VR based on the IREX program of the same name. IREX is an internationally recognized media literacy initiative designed to equip individuals with the skills to critically evaluate information, resist disinformation, and navigate today's complex digital environment. We're going to have too much fun with our own interactive VR workshop version, so come join us. This is very important in the days of misinformation.
It is more than ever. Yes. Oh, it just took everything I had not to make some snarky comments. I'm being really good. Oh, I'm being so good right now. My whole inner evil just kind of went, whoa, I want to say something, but I'm not going to. Okay. Educators in VR. I'm so excited about this program, and it is not to diss political parties, it's to really look at the disinformation and how we can really use some critical thinking with it. So I'm very excited about it. I spent 2 years working on it.
Wow.
Educators in VR is hosting, well, incorporated AI into it, so that delayed it. Educators in VR is hosting the annual Cyberbullying Month in October. It's one of my favorite months of the year when we get to talk about one of my favorite subjects. Seriously. We have about a dozen or more programs that are that explore different aspects and perspectives of online privacy, security, safety, and community building. Please don't miss a single event. We're hosting them in VR Chat and Engage XR throughout the entire month, and it's really exciting.
Since 2018, Laurel and Educators in VR have hosted the weekly creative writing meetup in VR, now in Engage XR. One of their biggest events is the month-long self-challenge in November to write 50,000 words and put writing first in our lives. This year, the event is called VR Rimo for VR Writing Month, and it will be hosted 3 days a week in VR Chat and 4 days in Engage XR, and feature a variety of writing prompts and games to encourage you to meet your word count goal. Come join us. It is really great fun.
The 8-Wall Real Word Gaming Challenge with Niantic Studio runs October 24th to December 9th. Game and world developers create worlds and games in WebXR for a chance to win a cash prize from the $15,000 pool. If you compete, let us hear about your experience.
If you are a group or community leader, check out Bridge Makers. They are an umbrella community in VR Chat and the metaverse that brings together community leaders to learn from each other and keep up with news and information to better support their communities and community building efforts. They host regular meetups in VR Chat and are a partner with Educators in VR.
Are you ready to scare? It's that time again. I don't get to pull out that voice very often. Yeah, there you go. We got some evil laughter going on here. Psycho Wench Productions is producing their annual Pandemonium of Fear VR Scare experience in VR Chat Fridays and Saturdays in October. Now, they took over from Educators in VR, and we love they're doing this. We love being a part of this. This week is the last chance for actors and volunteers to join the team, beginning this annual Scaretacular alive, or should I say live? I don't know. Yay! It's alive!
We love our social VR entertainment. Well, check out the many social karaoke, singing, and dancing events with Fondi and Delcine and Engage XR. And in VR Chat, don't miss Atessa's Nightclub and karaoke events and Dr. Heartbeat's amazing DJ dance nights. Social VR is alive and thriving, so take advantage of it.
Indeed. Okay, here we go again for the listing of the upcoming VR-related events. Are you ready?
Okay. How fast can we do this? The IEEE International Symposium on Mixed and Augmented Reality is 2025 is scheduled for October 6th through the 10th in Nara, Japan.
Immerse Global Summit 2025 is in Miami, October 28th to the 30th, hosted by the VR/AR Association.
Microsoft Ignite 2025 is November 17th in San Francisco, covering Azure's and mesh capabilities for enterprise developers.
Yeah, but there's some great announcement that comes out of it, so we love that.
Well, yeah.
It's a big one. United XR Europe is going to be December 8th through the 10th in Brussels, Belgium.
Reality Express, the Baltic XR Conference, returns to Tallinn, Estonia on October 10th.
And CES 2026 Consumer Electronics Show, known for its extensive XR, AR, and VR exhibits and product launches, returns on January 6th through the 9th, 2026 in Las Vegas, Nevada.
AWE Asia returns next February 2nd through the 4th in Singapore.
Laval Virtual is April 8th through 10th in Laval, France.
Immersive Tech Week in the Netherlands starts June 23rd.
Are you ready? We did it. We did it. We got that out, man. And there's more coming, man. Now, if you have a favorite conference or an XR event or whatever you want to feature us, please let us know. We love sharing your stuff. It's really hard to find a lot of events nowadays, but please, we're here to share your stuff.
Indeed. Other Educators in VR events continue every week, so don't miss them and engage XR and VR chat as Educators in VR expands into other platforms. Keep an eye on the Educators in VR calendar and on social media for announcements of upcoming free and paid events and workshops. Thank you so much for your support. And Laurel, doesn't Matthew have his orange shirt day next week in Engage, isn't it?
No, yes. No, it's here.
Oh.
Yeah, it's here in Engage. I'm sorry, I spaced on that. I am so sorry. So I was supposed to be in the calendar event. We were overwhelmed. So we have the Honor the Children event is coming up next. It's next week. Here in Engage XR, and this year it's even more important than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry in the rush. I spaced. I needed a nag. Stands with trees. This event started as a tribute to the residential school program that did what Stands with Trees called cultural genocide, and where forcible removal of Indigenous children in the United States and Canada, and actually this has happened all over the world, from their families and their culture, and literally, to be blunt, they were whitewashed, and these people are there's been reconciliation, legal judgments and whatnot, and people are restoring their culture back to their lives. And this went on for over 150 years. So that's what this started out to be. And Stands with Trees has built a beautiful museum that many of you have been to in VR chat as a museum tributing to the residential school program. But as we have developed this annual Orange Shirt Day, which is the official holiday in Canada to recognize the residential school program, we have kind of morphed it into something even more important, and that is to honor, I get choked up, the violence against schools and teachers around the world, not just North America, but around the world. And while the whole world has been focused on, unfortunately, or at least in North America, on Charlie Kirk, about the same time, a school was attacked in Colorado, and I believe 2 students lost their lives. And we are paying tribute to that because we want to remember and not forget. Education has become not a safe place. The Africa XR Girls Africa VR campus right now in Kenya that we're partners with and we're working with, within 4 to 6 blocks of that campus are daily riots and protests. They're losing electricity and having brownouts because of the protests and because of all the other things that are going on. And girls, these young girls that are desperate to have a better education, to learn more and be educated on things that are happening beyond their scope, are being raped.
Oh.
They're being attacked. They're being, they're getting pregnant from incest and from attacks, and there's no medical support and stuff. these are young girls who are teenage girls, early college age girls that are trying to get an education. This is not just a North American thing. So we want to pay tribute to not just to the residential school program, but all violence. And sorry, this is a little soapbox for me. I'm very sorry. But I think this is so important that we remember and not forget and support each other and pay tribute. So that's what's going to be happening. Hopefully I did good by you, Stands with Trees. So thank you for reminding us of that. That should have been in there.
Yes.
Okay, deep breath. Back on track. So we are here now. We've finished all the great news to talk about what you did over your summer vacation. And we want to really, I'm so glad to be back, and I'm so glad to see all you beautiful familiar faces. This is wonderful. I've missed you all. So let's catch up. Karen? Yep.
Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. So much has been happening, hasn't it? Educators in VR has been busy all month, booking hundreds of free and paid workshops and sessions in Engage XR and VR chat, with more coming up in Frame VR, Horizon, and other platforms. We keep spreading the EDVR joy everywhere.
We want to start off our catching up to tell you that Stands with Trees, oh, here it is, had a very touching experience over the past month.
Stands?
Touching experience.
You had a touching experience? Yeah, touching experience. Do tell.
Yeah. So, all right. So one of the things I was able to do during our non-vacation, I call it a non-vacation because we were still working, but I was able to take a trip to Toronto. And while there, I visited the Hockey Hall of Fame, where I was able to get a photograph of me actually touching the original Stanley Cup, which is kind of cool.
Yeah! Isn't that awesome?
And Stands with Trees, you forgot to mention that a few of us, we went into the Wander app, and Stands with Trees actually showed us the location of that and where he lives and other landmarks where he grew up, and it was really cool.
How cool. See, it was a great touching moment. I love it. And Karen?
Okay, and Lance has volunteered for the first time at a huge event in real life.
Yeah!
And he flew his first kite.
We're getting there. Let's hear about the first one. Lance.
Yeah, so I helped out and volunteered at a festival called the Garlic Festival. I was helping out the local library, and it was fun and a little bit scary, mostly because, I'm working on my social anxiety bit. But I actually did have a blast helping out, organizing books, being the cashier and helping people find specific things within the library area. I set up books, and I took them down and everything once we were done.
Yeah.
But
and
we
what'd you
had
learn?
a lot of people who went through.
Yeah, there were there were thousands of people who passed through.
Wow.
Oh yeah. And doing this made me learn a little bit of my panic attack side, that I found out if I'm thrown in the middle of where there's already tons and tons of people, it's harder for me to, let's say, regulate my emotions, to have the control, making it so I don't panic and all that sort of stuff. While if I'm, let's say, there early before the huge crowds show up, it lets me slowly regulate myself at the pace that it's slowly increasing to more and more people, making me be able to handle huger, like big crowds of people at a time. So
that's a
basically
huge
saying
lesson.
it's a way to prevent me from getting overwhelmed. So
yeah. And then what else did you do during our very short working break?
Well, as Steph kind of hinted out, we went to a kite festival where we saw these giant kites. They were big enough that you were able to sleep in there. Several people were able to sleep in them. They were flying in the air and tons of stuff. They actually had them tied to the ground, so they were, let's say, permanently in the air until they decided to take it down. So that right there was actually really cool to see. I do have a little bit of fear of kites, but that day I was able to handle it pretty well, because we did see I guess a kite show where they had all these kites flying around in an order like they were like flying proper jets that were performing in the air. So that was actually pretty cool to see.
And choreography. So they were actually using the kites to dance to music. Not the people
and there was
holding the kites. The kites were dancing. It was amazing.
Oh,
yeah. And there was this one point where someone was doing a Looney Tunes thing, and my gosh, it was hilarious.
Oh,
my
gosh.
Awesome.
Yeah, and
I didn't record it, but if I did, I would have posted it, and everyone probably would have been laughing their butts off, because it was very funny and very enjoyable. And
it was amazing. There's a bunch online of that. Go ahead. Oh well, hang on.
And then after that,
mm-hmm.
And then after that, Laurel handed me 2 kites. So I should repeat. I do have a little bit of a phobia of kites, so handling one was okay. I was able to breathe and handle it, and then she handed me a second one, and that just honestly did increase my anxiety right there a little bit. So I kind of froze just holding on to it. I never looked up at it. I just watched the string slowly move all over around. And all I'm thinking is, do not fly out of my hand.
Yeah, so. and I asked him about why he was nervous, and we found out it wasn't about the kite; it's about the height. So that was the trigger fear on there. So that was an interesting lesson.
Yeah, if I look straight up at the kite and I can't see the ground, even at my peripheral vision, I freak out. So if it's I realized if the kite's at a point like you're looking at a sunset or a sunrise, as long as my bottom of my eye can still see the ground, I'm okay. It's when I have to look so far up that I can't see the ground at all.
Yeah, so we have more kite flying.
And I heard height.
Yeah.
Well,
but we have more kite flying in our future to desensitize him. But what was exciting, this particular International Kite Festival that's on the coast of Washington State, I have been going to since I was a kid. And in AltSpace VR, I had a project to recreate this kite festival all those years ago. And we actually had about 10, 12 different world builders came in, and they were building kites out of the native world building kits and stuff. And it never was made public because it was still being built at the time when AltSpace closed. And of course, Educators in VR took over my life. But I was reproducing that in VR, and I would love to do that again. So it was a great lesson. So that was fun. So we got a couple days. We had a couple days to play, but I was teaching workshops and traveling and working and booking, and it was crazy. Steph, how was your break?
Well, my local community is finding a use for a college campus that closed last year, and you would think that would be, well, it's a tragedy for the alumni and for the people employed there, but it is been bought up by our county, and we're finding as a community what we're going to do with it for the community. And that is just, it gives you more faith back into government by and for the people. Let's put it that way. Mm-hmm. But I'm hoping that maybe we can get VR as part of their, they have quite a few older, middle, computers and things, desktops. Mm-hmm. I didn't see anything for VR yet, but we're working on it.
We'll see. So I love that idea. That's beautiful. And Karen, what about you?
Just the same old. I didn't really do anything new or different. So I don't have anything to report.
Well, hopefully you're going to be coming up to visit Lance and I and other Pacific Northwest folks, I'm hoping.
I would love that.
Pretty soon. Yeah, so
Yes.
we're hoping that that's going to happen soon. So what about the rest of you? Mics are open. We'd love to hear from you all. What have you been doing? Have you discovered new apps? Have you been building new worlds? What's going on? Bruce?
Hi, how you doing all?
Hey.
So
I'm so
as Lavelle
excited.
mentioned,
Yeah.
it was kind of like, so they've just released, or kind of in the last month, kind of the release of, sorry, the
There.
release of the Oasis kind of driver,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's kind of been really interesting. So yeah, so kind of like all of, so now kind of bringing the Windows mixed reality headsets back. So yeah, so kind of having a play with that system now.
And you're on it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So getting that Windows mixed reality headsets back alive is so exciting.
Any issues, Bruce? I mean, how does it feel to you? I mean,
no, it seems to be all perfectly fine. The thing is, there's kind of, it's not even that really difficult with the setup process, and to be perfectly honest, finding it smoother than kind of like a Quest, kind of like going to PC, because the Quest obviously just uses the USB-C, where this has kind of got a HDMI and USB. And so it kind of seems to be a bit of a smoother kind of side on that side. So yeah,
nice.
kind of really interesting, and also opening up the possibilities of Steam VR and kind of PC VR, and also kind of the education apps and kind of like medical apps and all of the differences that you now have kind of available on that side. So it kind of widens kind of like what is available for like PC VR and kind of VR generally.
Yeah, the only thing that I noticed is that there's a little bit of audio shift from what you usually sound like, and that could be position of the microphone. It could be a lot of different things, but there is a bit of an audio difference that would be interesting to test out and see if that's related to the driver or not. But it's insignificant compared to bringing back these, these things. I find the headsets once in a blue. I'll find them in a thrift shop at a Goodwill and
people will
stuff,
be able to buy into them.
Got rid of them. And it's,
well, I think
it's
that was
making it more accessible.
But I think that was the thing that kind of like for the last kind of like before the last month, that they were paperweights, that kind of the update kind of for Windows, that there was no purpose for them anymore. But then kind of thank you with kind of like the guys, well, the guy behind kind of Oasis, that is now kind of opened it up, and in being a Microsoft developer has kind of used kind of his knowledge of kind of the Windows mixed reality to be able to open that up. And some people who were saying previously, because you're not going through the Windows mixed reality portal, that actually kind of within Steam it's a better experience because it's native within Steam. So yeah, the kind of like the whole process is a lot smoother as well from what other people have said. So this is kind of fantastic on that side, that yeah, you can pick up if you can see on marketplaces, Craigslist, whatever's kind of like the ways that you can kind of find things, but people don't realize that they're useful again, and so that you can still pick up some cheap headsets before they'll probably start to get their money back, kind of like start to increase again.
Yeah, and if you're at a school or a library, check in the closet. Odds are there might be one still sitting in there, and you don't have to buy one. They're just like me. I didn't want to get rid of mine because it's beautiful, and it's sitting right here, so I can't wait. This weekend, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Yeah, Kavar.
But so many people that couldn't afford to get into it at all, into VR at all, it's just the cost of Steam basically, and whatever you can find one of these for. It's going to be quite a boom.
I love it. So Kavar, how about you? What's been going on?
Well, so I physically moved in real life, and then I was going to spend a bunch of time in world building and Unity. But what happened was my company I work for, startup, let me go. So and I had to look for work, but I've shifted from product management over to AI prompt engineer, and I'm working as a contractor for the DoD.
Awesome! Congratulations, Kavar.
Okay.
Thanks.
And let's hope your job persists with the DoD. Can you explain what DoD is for people who don't not in the U.S.?
Department of Defense, and my contract that I'm working under is quite wealthy because they've, however, worked out with the current administration, and they like this contract. So I'm helping with all of the, you have to be liked now. So yeah, it's kind of cool. So I've been able to shift and use AI, and now I'm getting paid for it.
Soft landing.
Nice.
Oh,
Congratulations.
that's awesome.
And you get to stay where you are in the new place?
I do, yeah.
Nice.
So I'm gonna hopefully have time to shift back to doing some more buildings. That's my plan, at least.
Excellent.
That's
Congratulations.
great.
That is wonderful.
Congratulations.
We are so thrilled. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Who else has some news updates and things they've been working on? Unmute and shout out.
Hello.
Rich. Hey, Rich Moore's
Hey,
in
how
the
y'all
room.
doing? How everybody doing
We're
today?
doing great. Yay.
I just want to share, a little bit with y'all. Me and Karen, we've been venturing over to other platforms recently. We went to Banter, the Banter app, and it was a good, a good experience. But I just feel like, they still need to work on some stuff. And then we went to Horizon Worlds, and we met some nice people in there that does like art. It's real creative, and they have like their own art galleries inside Horizon Worlds, and it was amazing. So maybe I want to go check that out sometime in Horizon Worlds. I forgot the name of the world. I think it's Gallery something.
Oh, there are literally thousands of galleries in Horizon World that are all kinds of different things. I know many teachers who've set up things up, and other people who've set up all kinds of galleries. So, but we'd love to hear about the one that you fell in love with. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's very amazing. This one world they got where you can go in, and they have like angel wings where you can put them on your back and fly like you an actual angel.
I missed that. I missed that from Altspace VR. We had that in Altspace VR, and I so missed that. That was wonderful.
It was really pretty.
Yeah, it was.
And another thing, Laurel, that Rich didn't mention, so the two people who were showing us around over there, she's heard my namesake Karen and Time Zone, they really know the platform well. And anyway, so we asked them if they would do a tour last week for cadets. So they did a tour. We brought cadets over there, and they did a tour for everybody, and people had a really nice time.
Excellent,
and
excellent.
I also want to share this one last thing with y'all. I attended that Meta Connect event, and I was very disappointed. I mean, first of all, it's nothing like last year Connect was. I mean, this year's Connect was basically they isolated you where you had to watch the event, like you had to watch it. You couldn't play around with games like they had last year and do other stuff. So, but then when you watched it, they had a bunch of glitches happen with Mark Zuckerberg.
That's what we heard.
Then what I
heard about
really
that.
Disappointed about is they didn't show the next Quest coming out, Quest 4. Like, I was like, you know what? I don't like this. I'm leaving. Bye. But since some of my friends was there, I stayed to chit chat. That's the only thing that was good about that. But besides the event, I did not like the event. I sent Mark Zuckerberg a response. I sent him, a little statement about how I really felt about that Connect event. Hopefully he got it, but I doubt it he did. But
I'm sure he's heard a lot.
I
was very disappointed. Very disappointed.
That's really sad because but I am looking forward. Oh, go ahead, Rachel.
Oh, yeah, I just want to add on to it. They also did not invite any social influencers. And so I think that made a huge, they took the play out of it. And maybe not everyone feels that way. And maybe, with AI now, all the social influencers aren't really being themselves. They're all having the AI created. But they took out the play of of the thing is how I felt. And I think that's what Richard's saying as well. It's like now it was just like, now it's just an educational event instead of playing and making it immersive and fun, because that's what VR is all about, is being immersive and having a good time while you're also learning. So that's what I wanted to add.
Yeah, no, I think you're absolutely right. Now, I'm not a big fan of influencers stepping up on a stage when they're promoting. I want to hear from all the people that are passionate about the project, that are actually working on the project, and their insights onto it and doing it. That, to me, is bigger than somebody who was paid to convince you to fall in love with it. But
but some of these
influencers.
Yeah, some of these influencers weren't paid at first. They were just like, VR enthusiasts. And then eventually, like Cass and Cherry are people who I particularly follow. And they are always like, we will never promote something that just because we get paid on it, we wouldn't care. And we would rather return the project and not say anything about it than try just to make $1, because that's not what they're there for. So I do understand the majority of social influencers are there to make money and to be like an affiliate, but there are definitely some really great influencers that just happen to be enthusiasts and want to share the products that actually do work and they do care about. So it's hard, and I get that, but when you take out the fun and the play,
it's you could sleep through it. Yeah, so that's sad. So I'm sorry about that. Anyone else? We're getting ready to wind this down.
I just want to say congratulations, Atessa, for your project. It's amazing.
Yes!
Yeah.
We're
Bravo.
really proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you want to say anything about it, Atessa? About your app?
It was actually just testing out a new feature that Runway has. And it was not a huge project. It was just Runway was offering this option to create an app with prompting. So I was testing that out. But the other thing that I kind of enjoyed during the summer was taking the Unity course that Lance and you guys, brought up that we can do. And because Unity became 20 years old, so that became my project to create a walking tour of the history of Unity from 20 years ago when it became public till now. So I think that's something I put my heart into that. I really enjoyed learning, actually.
Fabulous.
You got a lot of accolades when we had our closeout too. You got a lot of.
What do you mean by accolades? You're unmuted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Kavar was part of it too. Yeah.
Yeah, but her project was, mentioned in our closing ceremonies and got into the presentation. So it was great.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Congratulations. That was wonderful. Thank you. Dot, you have something exciting to share?
I had 3 major projects this summer. We probably only have time for one, so I'll share the ones that's scaring me. I just came up with my first paid storytelling Halloween storytelling workshop. I'm saying this backwards. Now I'm looking for a way to get it into immersive space, which may not happen. Nice. But I've been trying my whole life not to publish a book, and I just published a book.
Bravo!
Wow!
Fantastic.
Bravo!
Yay!
Fantastic!
Yay.
Bravo!
Congratulations, Dot.
Yeah, congratulations. Come join us at the creative writing meetups.
Okay.
I'd love it. Oh, that's wonderful. Congratulations. That's beautiful. All right. I think we've run out of time. I want to thank everyone because we are back, folks. We are absolutely back. So are we ready, team? Karen?
Yeah.
All you. Take us out. Start to take us out. Karen's muted.
Karen?
It's the bane of our life. There you go. Come on, Karen. Because there she is.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
Yay.
XR News is Lance muted me. Usually it's my brother who wants to.
You were
Lance
making
muted me.
noise.
Okay. Okay, here we go. XR News is produced by educators in VR and our XR News volunteer team weekly here in Engage XR. We've been bringing you the news from across the metaverse since 2018, and we're still rolling. We meet weekly in Engage XR along with 2 new special edition segments for XR News Med Health and XR News Innovation Spotlight.
Now, get ready. First of all, check out our Educators in VR YouTube channel. We have a playlist of all of our past shows. And get ready for our next show. XR News Med Health is coming the first Wednesday of October with Rachel D. Yeah, and special guest SciTech VR CEO Peter. Hopefully I'm saying this right, Uckman. And he's going to be giving us a live preview of his new VR app and talk about the challenges and innovative fun working with medical virtual simulations and apps. I'm so excited about that. Thank you. Thank you so much, Rachel, for bringing that to us.
Yes.
Oh, I am so excited. Peter is his mind is really beautiful, and this app is breathtaking on what it can actually help with. We will be touching cyberbullying because he does talk about that, and it's like PTSD, food addiction. I mean, the plethora of things that they've been able to study and take action and then actually have results that are proven. I'm telling you, it's mind-blowing, and Peter is such an amazing speaker. I promise you, it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful event. So I'm so super stoked. Yeah, and I'm blessed. So thank you so much for letting me be part of the XR News team. And this is a passion of mine. For me, I'm being selfish. I'm learning about things that I wanted to know about, and this is like a pure gem. So thank you so much, everybody.
It does give you the
We can't wait.
Yeah.
We love it. It's next week. You don't want to miss this next week. Yeah.
On the 3rd Wednesday of the month, the XR News Innovation Spotlight with Maxwell McGee, Dr. Tom Furness, and Chris Madsen will be back with some powerful, innovative goodness also and Engage XR.
Now, from the humble beginnings of XR News in 2018, we have been led by our volunteers like Rachel, who give so generously of their time and energy. So thank you to all of our volunteer crew. Special thanks, especially this week, to Steph. She's our musical advisor, composer, and works on the script and everything else. She's done the great music for our show, but her work on the script this week to cover for me, because it's a real busy week, has been just thank you. I mean, I am so humbled by all the hard work that you put into this. To Lance, who built this amazing studio and keeps it tweaked and ready to go, and to everyone on our great team. Seriously, every single one of you, you are all amazing, and we are so blessed. Thank you so much for helping us continue this.
And my apologies to Stens with Trees, too, for forgetting, of all things, Orange Shirt Day.
Yes, both of us. See?
Well, we can't do this alone, and we're asking you guys to step up and help support this ongoing news show focused on the metaverse. We're looking for moderators, speakers, trainers, news reporters, script writers, slide makers, live streamers, and filmers. Training will be provided. At the least, become a member of Educators in VR and help support this and all of our free programming. Come join us and be part of the fun.
Each of our shows is filmed for YouTube, and we'll soon add live streaming, to our Educators in VR YouTube channel. My headset is steaming up. I can barely see. To keep up with the news from around the metaverse in the meantime, join the Educators in VR Discord and social media channels to find links to the news we highlight in the show and much more about the metaverse and immersive education. You can find all the links at educatorsinvr.com.
Yeah. So again, we couldn't do this show without you and our whole Educators in VR partners, sponsors, supporters, including iLearn, Reinhardt Foundation, Girls Team Institute, Virtual World Society, Cadets Metaverse, Vertex Form 3D, Bridge Makers, in Engage XR, and I'm sure I've forgotten someone.
We're also grateful for the generous work of the XR news industry. We credit these sources each week that brings us the news from all around the metaverse and beyond. These are the people who gather the news we gather from them. So really, we appreciate their hard work.
Steph, I have a burning question. I want to know why your headset's steaming up. All right, enough of
No,
that.
I don't want to. No, TMI. TMI.
Sorry, I had a burning question. Okay.
You
on
did.
with
You
the
put,
show.
your internal evil was coming out. All right, Karen.
All right, remember, you guys are the reason we do the XR News Show. Until next time, stand up, stand tough, and most of all, in these amazing, uncertain times, please be safe wherever you are in the world.
Yay.
Yay.
And Q stands with trees.
Thank you,
We did a
everybody.
thing!
We did.
Yay!
Hey. Rich, I want to talk to you.